When we say Shiva, we're talking about that which is not. That means there is no container. It's not something that can be in a container of any kind, not even in a cosmic container. It is in the lap of Shiva that cosmos is happening, because it's that which is not. When somebody realizes that or experiences that, we call that person also Shiva. This is how Adiyogi got labeled as Shiva, because he touched that dimension, became one with it. And the only way you can know it is by dissolving into it, not by grasping it. You cannot grasp it. Any number of stories, or these are situations which happened. Those who tried to grasp what is there in Kailash, they all merged with it. When I first went and witnessed Kailash about 14 years ago, since then I've been going every year, first 2, 3 times when I went, the phenomena that's happening there, then I planned with a few people, let's come here and stay for 3 to 4 months, we'll figure out what the hell this is. When I touched a few dimensions of that, then I knew, unless I want to end it here, that's not the attempt you want to do. So now I just go, just enjoy the magnificent presence and come back. Because if you try to grasp it, the only way you can do it is by merging with it, not yet time for that. Shiva means, is described very beautifully like this, and today modern physics is going about saying this very beautifully. As it was said traditionally in the yogic culture, Shiva is like Shava. Shava means a dead body, that means inert. He's not active, just inert, supreme energy, but inert. So the story goes like this: Shiva was just lying there. Shakti, she's an offshoot of him, but she came and danced, and suddenly he woke up. Because she danced on his body, he woke up roaring, so we called him Rudra. Then he kind of settled down a bit, then we called him Hara. Then he really settled down into an eternal state of stability. Then we called him Sadashiva, that means always Shiva. This is… a parallel is drawn. Today, nuclear scientists, or not in the sense of nuclear means today, people think it's all about energy, not in that sense. Fundamental physics is talking about this. If you create vacuum states, that means absolute nothing states. If you… not inside that, around that, if you pass some electrical charges, suddenly virtual protons and virtual neutrons will get created in the vacuum space. In a space where there is absolutely nothing, not even the electrical charge. Electrical charge is only dancing around that. Because of this, virtual protons and virtual neutrons happen. This means it is possible to create something in that absolute nothingness. So, this is traditionally said. Shiva was lying down totally inert. You will see images like this in India. Shiva is lying down like dead, Shakti is standing on his chest and dancing. This is the imagery that they created. When energy acted, suddenly this inert space exploded into activity with a roar. So he was called a roarer or Rudra to start with. You shouldn't try to grasp it, you must settle into it. If you settle into it, settle into it, settle into it, it will go to the very core of knowing. How soon or how long, how many years will it take? There's no such thing. If you have the necessary intensity, it could settle in a moment or it may take 100 lifetimes. Time is relative to the level of intensity and focus it has. The whole problem with this, that most… because unfortunately education is all about the intellect. It's feeding only one dimension of our intelligence, which we call as the intellect. Because of that, we're trying to figure everything logically. That itself is a huge barrier. As long as you're locked up in your own logic, the magic of life will not reveal itself to you. This is why the process is designed in such a way, you simply settle. You don't try to go anywhere, just allow it to just settle down. What settles inwardly cannot go to a wrong place, isn't it? If you're going out, you may end up in a wrong place. You're turning inward, you cannot go to a wrong place. The deeper and deeper you go, you can only go to the source. You cannot go anywhere else. Outward journey you could get lost for a lifetime without knowing what's happening to you. Inward journey is not like that. And inward is not a journey really, it is just settling down. The process, the methodology of samyama is not samyama, it's just a tool. If you employ the tool properly, if you worship the tool, you will not get anywhere. If you preserve it, you will not get anywhere. Tool has to be used. If you use the tool appropriately, it will let you settle down.